Okay, how did I meet Debonair? Debonair, I remember hearing "Shake the Joint" on the radio. That was one of his songs he did with Breezy Beat MC, and I met him. I believe through a friend, a mutual friend. His name was Billy E, and I believe he introduced me to Debonair. And from that point forward, Debonair and I spoke about making some music, and he came to my house, and we went back and forth, programming some stuff. And the next thing you know, we were doing Bass Generator and Ignition together, and we put that out. And then he also worked on another track called Love and Lust with a girl that he was dating at the time, which did pretty well as well. And I remember giving him a few samples for the track, like the orchestral stab. Drums, yeah, you can hear it, you know. And, that's where I sort of went on with that.
Why did you decide to go solo after
Hmm. After that, I don't know. It was just about time. I was just making moves. Debonair was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing, and that's just how it works.
that? So you want to talk about birthing Don't Touch That Dial on your own?
Don't touch that dial on my own. Well, I'm always working with people. I like to collaborate and bounce ideas off of people. So on Don't Touch That Dial, I wanted to make something that sounded that just had a lot of samples in it. Another sample track that was dance floor friendly, and that's how Don't Touch That Dial came about.
And you formed Dynamix II Records.
Yes, formed
Sure,
Dynamix II Records.
Quite a bit about that. That's an ordeal.
That was, when, Lon and I parted ways. He kept Chaos, and I decided to form a Dynamix II record label with my family, and we went forward, into the future, and I set aside all the sound of, the things that I did with Lon, and went straight into the electro sound, full force. The feel the bass. When we parted ways, I felt that that was his baby as much as techno bass was mine, and you can hear the distinct two different sounds. So I went with the techno bass sound and pushed from that point forward, and that's when about that time where I met Alex J and Scott Weiser.
Scott Weiser's 91 is when you first did a record, but did you know him a year in advance, or are we skipping over the debut album?
Well, are we skipping over the debut album? The album I was still, it was basically a compilation of some stuff I did with Claudio, the arrival of bass, which, had some programming from me. A lot of people that were at the house, we would sit there and go round robin on making sequences and drum machines. It was instead of playing video games, we were playing video games on computers and sequencing, matrix sequencing.
You were playing computer games. The debut album had edits on it by Omar Santana.
Yes.
How did that come about?
I heard Omar's work over the years. I was always playing records that had edits of his in it, and I wanted to get him in on some of my music. So at Winter Music Conference while I was in New York, I set up a meeting with him and my family, and we hooked up a deal. And the next thing you know, when I finished the album, I pushed all the music to him, and he did the edits. And he's an amazing editor. There's not quite that many people that can edit tape like Omar Santana.